Hey everybody. So I'm going to go over my tools that I use on a regular basis when I'm working with vinyl. Vinyl, HTV, some of these I do use with cardstock, but not most of them. So the first thing is the cutter. There is a place on the back for extra blades so that you can replace the blades, and I will show you how to do that here in a second. And then there's a pull-out ruler that goes all the way to 15 and a quarter inches. That way you can measure things, make sure that they fit on your mat. Now, when you change the blade on here, which if you cut a lot of cardstock, you might have to change more frequently, just lift up this clear ruler and then you'll pop the top off and your blade is underneath. So it's super easy to change. I have extra blades, I just don't have them on my cutter right now, but this is the one thing. I keep it right here next to me because I use it a lot. The next thing is scrapers, and I have 3 different scrapers. This is the Cricut one. This one actually came from 143 Vinyl, and then this one, I don't remember where I got this one from, but I like this one when I'm using vinyl or something that I don't want to scratch, like if I'm kind of getting air bubbles out of vinyl that I've put on a cup. The next thing is this ruler or measuring tape. This one has inches on one side and centimeters on the other side, and I like it just because it goes back in there and it's really easy and handy. Weeding tools, I have I think 3 or 4 of these. It never fails. You drop one on the floor and the tip gets bent. I just get some pliers, and I just dropped this one yesterday. Kind of straighten it back out. I actually like it. It's a little bent on the end. It makes it easier to grab things. My little tiny tweezers. I like these. They're the pointy ones. I don't like the ones that come with the Cricut kit because they're backwards for me, and they're not as strong. Like, you can't get them to grip as easy as you can with these. Regular scissors, X-Acto knife. I have a whole X-Acto kit over there in front of my cup tumblers, and a brayer. This is awesome for HTV, getting it to stick to the mat. It does not work with all HTV. You'll notice that with some HTV and vinyl, but mostly HTV, it will lay flat. Sometimes it won't. It wants to curl back up in a roll. The easiest thing to do is put your HTV on the mat, roll over it a few times with this, gets the air bubbles out, run it through your machine, and it's great. Pens, I always keep pens handy. I always have my cup of coffee with me. Pencils, I have my Cricut markers, I have other markers, my stapler. I keep my stapler really close because I use it a lot when I have a lot of orders. That way I can go through and I can staple photos. If the customer sends me examples of what they want, I can staple that to their invoice or to their order form. Pencils I keep handy in case I need to make a note on an invoice and go back in and change something later, because sometimes customers want to change things a few times. So something else that I keep handy is I have a 3-ring binder, and this is where I keep my scrap pieces of my adhesive vinyl. Most of this is permanent adhesive, and on the back I do have some of my patterned vinyl. Some of it is permanent, some of it is removable. And then I have my clear. For my HTV scraps, I actually keep those in the drawer. I have 3 Michaels carts, and I keep my tools in the top drawer, and I keep my HTV vinyl scraps in the second drawer. A lot of people ask me where I get my transfer tape. I actually have two sizes of this. I get it from Amazon, and I will put the link in the comments. This is the 6-inch, and I do have a roll of 12-inch. I find that the 6-inch is more of what I use for smaller things. I do a lot of keychains and cups, so I don't need a big giant piece. Usually I'll cut off a piece that's about 4 inches by 4 inches, and I reuse it until it just won't stick to anything. Nothing sticks to it anymore. It's a lot better quality than the Cricut brand. I don't use strong grip for anything, and if you get strong grip Cricut transfer tape, you only use that for glitter vinyl. So one other thing that you can use for transfer tape when you have small objects is the blue painter's tape. And this stuff is amazing, especially if you have really thin, intricate cuts like letters or very small designs. It works great. You burnish it on with your scraper, you pull it off. It's amazing. If you guys have any questions about where I got something, or you see something in my craft room and you're like, what is that? Feel free to message me. You can reach me at mombosscustomdesigns@gmail.com. You can find me on TikTok, and I'm also on Instagram and Facebook. Have a great night.